How's everybody doing? I'm here. You know? Do 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 do. All right. Well, I'm not feeling very enthusiastic today. So, what should I do? What should I do about that? One wonders to himself. Well, you know what I could do is just get the chair, sit on the chair. Let's do that. Okay, we're sitting on a chair now. Cool. Yeah, so we were on the actor. How do we get rid of that? That. Okay. Okay. We were on the actor, and we were setting up. Yeah. So when we add item here, we can only put in an index, an integer. We were originally going to use the RID of the character, but then we discovered that we can't actually recall a class with that, or an object, I should say. So I'm gonna look at pop-up menu again. We'll see if ID can optionally be provided as well as an accelerator. If no ID is provided, one will be created from the index. Oh, here we go. So that's this thing they call the index. So my guess is it's just a counted number. Donaldi, not feeling it today. I am not feeling it today. How you doing? Get item count. Get current index. Returns the index of the currently focused item. Okay, that's not what we want. Nice. We've got get item count. Oh, nice. Very nice. I'm hoping to get something to happen today. The data, the structure is all there. We got a way of putting in data. We're at a put up or shut up kind of thing. It went all right. I was dealing with some weirdness, and turns out I was using the same setter multiple times, and because they were all firing at once, it was hard to figure that out. So that was a little embarrassing. Frozen, how you doing? It's been so long. It really hasn't, but it feels like it when you stream. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I was mentioning a neighbor of ours passed away a few days ago. I didn't really know him too well, but he was really nice. He always waved, and he's a nice guy. Kept a good clean yard. But he was very old. And everyone in the neighborhood took care of him, though. We all, like, I'd shovel his driveway and stuff like that. And yeah, so today what we're trying to do, what I got going yesterday, I'll go over it really quick. What I got going yesterday was there's these base stats when a character is created that needs to be filled in. They're based off the gender of the character, and they're the speed, physical attack, magic attack, and HP and magic points. So hit points and magic points. So depending on the gender, they're generated with either a specific range or some other things. So that's the main thing that I got going yesterday. We added a name field because we realized that was missing. So we've got a name field. We've got a direction. So we have a direction that the character is facing. So many pieces of data. The data struct is quite large. But what we're trying to do now is get it where we can. I'll show you the scene. So, this is going to start the actual game. We want to go here. Oh, I can't show you just yet. Let me hit pass on this. So, we've got these drop downs that are actor on line 29. Get tree. It says resource. Should be an array. Okay. So we have this attack open up box thing, and it's going to populate with the different characters on the scene, so we can just do a mock attack against them. Right now, we only have actually technically 3 characters. These ones here are nothing just yet. But we've got Delita, Taco, and Balrog. Those are our characters that we're messing around with right now. So we're getting there. I'm realizing Taco and Balrog need to have a level. So I've given them level 1. We're not showing hit points, magic points, and all that stuff just yet. Although, actually, we technically are. Those characters all look a bit samey. It's true. Right now, we care about the data. But yeah, we should add a portrait. Fair point, good sir. Let's look at our data. And I don't think we have a portrait. We do not. Where the art, man? Where art the art? Where art? Yeah, we need to have a texture for the portrait. We'll get there. We'll get there. But let's make it so we can do that. Maybe I can easily download all the tactics portraits and we can just throw them in there. But I need to look up export. No, that's not that export. We want to look up GDScript export. Because that's what we really care about. Here we go. Texture. I think we're going to do texture, right? Texture, var, portrait. My wife came across a great deal on a laptop yesterday. So my day was consumed with backing up Windows off of it to do a restore onto a solid state drive that I had from my other laptop that had died. So I flashed Windows over to that. And I just want to make sure I spelled portrait right. Got that going. Which is nice. So now portrait. Okay, so now we can browse for texture. Let's do this real quick. We'll just do this. Frozen's demanding it. So we're going to make it happen. Final Fantasy Tactics sprites. Somebody out there has ripped them. That's the nice thing about a beloved game. Everyone's just out there ripping it. Now, is there... Are we seriously going to have to go... Yeah, we are. Non-playable characters. Unit classes. Archer. So we'll go through here. And we'll just grab our class pictures. We can use that. We'll use that to represent the characters. I only want the hardest of hardcore. The beauty will come though. I am noticing though, since I haven't been streaming the Hexagon game, and there's nothing pretty to look at, that at least the chattable audience that I have is less. People want to talk less when you don't have art. I don't know what that's about. All right, I got to fix that. My stupid Nightbot, anytime somebody says haha, it does a marker. Let me look that up real quick. I got to turn that off. That's annoying. Let's log in. Everyone close your eyes. Don't look. Oh, okay, we're all set. No! How do we get him to stop? Custom. There it is. Haha. We'll trash that. Delete. I thought I was being clever where I was going to make a list of things where I could have it secretly do some markers so that I could make clips later. But it doesn't work. Oh, for sure. That's the thing. Sometimes there's times when I could totally use the input. And other times it's like I'm trying to learn and my brain is weird. And sometimes that input can actually make that process harder for me. So here's their portraits. I'm only here to distract. I wonder what the different colors are about. I think that's to indicate that's like a cheap palette swap for like gear or something. I actually don't know. All right, well for now I'm just gonna. This isn't gonna be anything huge. Did they put this in a zip? Please tell me you got this in a zip. You ain't gonna make me go to every single page on your website to download this. Come on. Why is this so zoomed in? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna look for a zip. Someone's got to have a zip of it. Zip. Zip it. Zip it good. Must include zip. Final Fantasy Hactics. This is another good resource. Oh, they've done like their own sprite work. That's kind of cool. Wow. That's really neat. Downloads. Custom sprites. Nope. Here's videogamesprites.com. Total. Last created objects. Monsters. Jobs. Maybe it's under jobs. Party. Maybe it's under party. Oh my god, it's all split out. Party, jobs, monk. And then they have all the okay. So this will be easier to deal with. So we're just going to go Squire first. We'll grab Squire. And save. Squire male and Squire female. I like that the Squire female has like a 1960s like housewife headband thing. I don't know what that's about. But I like it. She got bad bangs, barber. What do they call it for women? Hairstylist. Screwed up her hair. So she's got to cover it up. I'm being so stupid. Okay. Let's bring in those two. Squire. And down they go. Where are they? I brought them in. Oh, they're gifts. Gifts? What is this? What were these ripped in the 90s? Yes, they were. All right. We're just gonna go Squire. In here, we'll get it from here. Squire. Giant list. Now I've got a bunch of work in front of me. Okay. Now we gotta open these bad boys up in Aseprite. Open with. Doesn't show it. Okay, Ace. Do I not have it installed? I do. And can we just go like this? Ta-da! Yay! Okay. Here's our Squire. Oops. We'll take this dude here. Ta-da! My name's Steve. Steve the Squire. What? Stephen J. Squire. 32 by 48. Export. Godot. Tactics. Jobs. Job. Assets. Squire. Squire underscore mail. Export. Okay. Let's put that away for now. Now we'll go here and we'll browse our portraits and we'll load Squire. Jobs, job, assets, Squire. Okay. So we've got that as the portrait. Now how do we set, if on the actor level, once we know we have a portrait, so we'll go here and portrait. So let's give that a unique name. And then we'll say portrait texture equals character portrait. It would help if I spelled things right. I find when programming that that's a good thing. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Nope, wrong thing. Okay, so now we have one of the portraits in there and the rest are now blank. So we can just go through and we'll quick load Squire. And quick load Squire. Oops, keep running the wrong. We don't want to run the game, we want to run the scene. Okay, so we got some pictures of some dudes there. You happy, Frozen? It doesn't look very good, but we'll make it look better later. All right. Lay off me. All right. They're all the same, too. Now. Let's change the gender here to male. And reload, because that should get those stats in. Or that. Yeah. Okay, so we got some good stats. Happy-ish. Good, good, good. So... Oh, man. Boy. MP amount. So we got HP, or as you call it, HP. So we'll go current MP slash character MP. And this will be MP amount. And now, if we go back to the battle system, we should show some numbers in our MP as well. Battle system, go. We don't. Well, okay then. Let's open up the HP amounts, MP amounts. What did I do wrong? Text, character, current MP. Is this not? It is. Get MP. Let's see what that looks like. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we're only returning the equipment mod. But we got to get this calculation here. So we got to put in our calculation for MP. Okay. We're just traveling down the hill of things that we need to add into the game. So let's open up Obsidian. And let's load our workspace. How did it know? That's what I wanted to open. That's not a good sign. Well, we'll leave her be. Maybe she'll figure it out. Try again. Ruh-roh. Let's go back to what we were doing here, though. So we're adding items to the pop-up menu. Now, when it's pressed, it's going to return an ID. So let's just print the ID. So print pressed space comma ID. Okay, so we'll go over here and we'll try attacking somebody. Pressed 1, pressed 0, pressed 2. Good, good, good. So that means we can then go and get our actor from the tree here. And we could, in theory, say actors ID dot name. And now, if we try again, we'll get the name of the character. Actor 2. Actor 3. Oh, that's the actual name of the actor dot character dot name. That's what I want. What I really, really want. So tell me what you want, but you okay, so yeah, Delita, Taco, and Balrog. So now we can translate this into this character is attacking this character. We already have what we need to do this. So now we're gonna find out what of our what from our stuff is broken here. Attack. This is what we're gonna call. So from our character to yours. F you. That's basically what we're doing here. So this will look like it'll say character, and I guess attack needs to be not a private func. So this is not private. It's going to be very public. So we'll go like this. Should we do all the privates first and the publics second? That feels right to me. So let's move. Is that it? It is. All the getters are after that. Getters and setters. So many getters and setters because of how resources work. So we got signals. Well, I'm glad you're making progress, Donaldi. I'd be curious to see what it looks like so far. I know it's all just circles. But public functions. And then these ones are private. Okay. Gotta keep typing. Ah, my back. Man, I hit 41. And my back. Woo. There's like certain things I can't do for extended periods, otherwise I pay for it. I used to, when I was younger, I would pull my back all the time. I don't really have that problem anymore, but I do get back pain if I don't know. If I do certain things like 41, I remember that in the distant past. Gotta have the like, I'll hold up like the water thing and go. The year was 1964. The country was in turmoil. I'm kidding. Oh, okay. Sorry. So character, attack. Then we tell it the ability we're attacking with and the character that we're attacking. So in this case, it would be this character and the ability. Ooh, baby, baby, you're a wild one. So current jobs, equipment, and abilities. So we need to give Squire our ability. So we have, let's look at this. Jobs. And then we have abilities down here. And sword. We have sword. So let's find sword. Obsidian, how's it going? So we could give it a name, class name. A ability sword. A sword. A ability sword. But then if we start doing that, it's going to start filling up. I don't know about that. Sword. It's been a while. What have you been up to? A ability. Doesn't show it. Forsooth. Is it because it extends? Do we need to reload the project? Let's try that. Is it? Do you have something public yet? I'm a little excited about this cutscene scripting language I'm working on. Adding an in-editor editor for the script. Nice. Dude, you're going to make part of this. I mean, that's the actual, once this is all going, that's the actual, like, let's make a game. Let's make a game. That's a big part of it. There's a ability sword. All right, so we've picked a sword. Nothing public yet. All right. I'm still looking forward to it for sure. Yeah, I'm making good progress. I'm past the point where I was scared. Nah, I don't need it just yet. So I've started transcribing this document that I got from the net, as they used to say, but from GameFAQs, and I've started transcribing it into Obsidian. Yeah, I'm liking Obsidian, man. I'm using it. I'm in. The extensibility of it, and there's a whole bunch of features I'm totally not using just yet. But the fact that it uses Markdown and all that stuff, Especially for this, where I'm taking someone's old, game FAQ where they have all this custom like spacing and everything. It works really good for it. Like this stuff here. This was originally, like it was formatted a very particular way in the text doc. And so but it's coming around. It's good. I'm digging it so far. It's got like, this is cool. This little syntax for these little collapsible elements is nice. And like, for instance, this would be a formula. So I go like I could just wrap this whole thing in, a little tick here. Like, what is it? 3 ticks. There we go. So for things like this and this stuff, it's actually quite useful. This might actually look better with 3 ticks. But anyways, I'm digging it. I like it. It's really handy. It's very fast. It's very fast, and I can cheat because I do use. They charge you for like Cloud Sync, but if you use because I like to open it up on my phone, but if you have iCloud, it'll sync across iCloud for free. So I cheat. I cheat a little bit. So Frozen says he's been looking at Obsidian. Notation is too distracting for making stuff look fancy. Yeah, kind of the reason I stopped using it real quick was when I found I spent a couple hours working on database design, and I'm thinking, I'll never write a note with this. Yeah. I use SyncThing. What's that? Using Google Drive to sync it. Nice. Yeah, as I start to get away from the Mac stuff, it's getting easier not to have to think about that. I'll look it up, yeah. But yeah, the other nice thing about this is I'm planning on cleaning all this up, and then for my buddy, I'm gonna merge it all together into a single doc. And then like if let me see, Attack's a good one to kind of do this too. But if you go and you go export to PDF, you get these beautiful looking PDFs. Like, it actually makes the doc itself looks really good. So, you don't have to do anything. You just type and you get pretty stuff afterwards. So you're not futzing around with it like that. Basically, it allows you to share various folders with your devices without needing a third-party service or any intermediary. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. But yeah, I haven't messed around with much else to it. It's got all these like crazy graph view things, and I don't even, like, I haven't done anything with this. My notes, this isn't even my notes really, so it's not taking advantage of it at all. But you can do the tagging and all that stuff, and make connections that way, and do inter-document links and stuff like that. And Obsidian has a lot of good support for file types, so it's very easy to throw in screenshots and audio clips and all that kind of stuff. Pretty great. All right. Back to what I was doing. But yeah, one other thing I'll say is I really like the fact that they have these core plugins, and then they've got community plugins. I don't have any on this particular vault, but the plugins are per vault, which I also really like. But the community, there's a lot of really useful community plugins. Seriously. And yeah, I just started messing around with templates. Templates are pretty straightforward. Once you have them in here, you'll have the insert template. There are none on this one, but you choose this. If you have one template, it'll just automatically fill in wherever your cursor is. But you can also, if you have multiples, it'll have you pick. But that's useful for like if you have a common markup that you use for something. So you could do those in a real micro level, like if you're doing specific types of notes. And I don't know if you can. I'm sure you could keyboard shortcut it even. Okay, so we give it the ability and our target. So right now, it's ability. Okay, I'll check them out. Data view and templater. Cool. There's calendar, which is also nice. Yeah, the only other thing I've added as well is something called I think it's like to do something or whatever, but it'll track all of your checkboxes. There's one that makes a progress bar for the entire document based off of the checkboxes, which I use for certain ways of tracking things. And then there's another one that'll show a tab here that you can use for tracking all of anything that you have checkboxes for. And so you can see them as kind of like a massive to-do list. So this is the thing about abilities that I need to figure out. And that is, depending on the kind of ability, they will appear in the hierarchies of the menus at different points. So the abilities are more than just like, oh, you go to the ability menu and you have this list of things. Because abilities can be like offensive things. They can be defensive. They can be attacks. They can be magic attacks. They can be physical attacks. They can be a lot of different things. And so they are in different areas in the game. So let's look at character here. Right now we're not doing anything with ability. But sword is a physical attack. And so hit % physical. So all we have is get damage. But how do we indicate? I suppose if we change the type to physical. So do we need to override? If we're going to override a parent value, would we do that on int? Init. On init. Would override type. So then we could theoretically say, this is feeling like battle system stuff. I'm starting to think that maybe these things need to go into not the character class, but some sort of battle battle system managing thing. Because this is going to get, there's going to be a ton of things that we need to extrapolate. But for the time being, let's just say here's the other thing. So we can't get class name. So we really do need the ability, we need to be able to set the name of the ability. I don't think any of these need to be exports either. Because all of these things are going to be set on the subclass. What is it? Let me see. Oh my god. Oh my god. Treat your Obsidian Vault as a database, which you can query from. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it is so useful that I wish that, like, docs just came in it. You know? Like, yeah, man, if you're doing RPGs, if you could have, like, the D&D role set in, like, an Obsidian format, oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, it's really feeling like having this in character makes no sense. That we need to have battle. I mean, I've got a file that I created for this. I just haven't done anything with it. But something that does the battle system. But in the case, so we got an ability, so we would say those are all preset. But we would say if we could do a match ability. Yeah, see, none of this should be in the character. But I'm just doing this right now as a quick test. Because if I can start to ability type. And can you grab enums from... So this, I should really probably have a... something that returns... I don't know. It looks like we can. So if the ability type is physical, then Um, from objects with class name? Really? Oh, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. That's much, makes way more sense. So, hit percent will equal... And this will be... Initially, hit percent will be 0%. So 0% probability of a hit. Then we go through the ability type. In this case, we're only checking for physical. Just to see. So... Then we should get a number here. So let's print out a percent, some sort of number. Okay. There's a caveat that B cannot reference A if A also references B. Okay. I'm sure I'll forget that. Maybe. Yeah, I'm having I'm not having a lot of steam today. You know what'll help? If I just popped a soda and started chugging a soda and then, cuz you know what's happening? I'm having a caffeine withdrawal. That's what's going on. Maybe. I don't know. That's going to be really sad. If that's what it is, I'm going to drink that soda and instantly feel better. Cuz I'm drugged with caffeine. I'll be right back. All right, back. Here's some steam for you when you get back. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. Oh, did it come out? August 12th. Spider-Man! It looks cool. Yeah, it was really interesting. One of the main guys at Naughty Dog, what is his name? Tim something? He does a podcast for one of the like formal game awards bodies. I get it. And it was really interesting to hear him question other devs because he interviews them. And it was clear that it was when they were making Spider-Man because he was asking tons of questions about open world stuff. And how do you solve this problem? How do you solve that problem? And it's really funny hearing that interview now when you think, oh, they were making Spider-Man when he was asking all those questions. uh... So the Squire class has certain abilities. So that's my question here. Let's go and open up Squire. And is it in there? So that's weird. Here I don't show. We dump it. Ability sword. Are we getting any kind of errors? No. But then... Oh, it's because the exports aren't there. Alright, so I do need those stupid exports. Just so we can use the editor here to be able to see stuff. So let's close. How do we get out of this inspector? Have any of you guys played Into the Breach? There we go. Now we got a bunch of stats. And now we could add something like name. Export string var name string. So now, can I do something like... So type is showing nothing even though I'm using int. So let's check... So if I did name equals sword. Sword! Let's dump it. Bring it back in. So that's not doing anything. Nope, been playing No Man's Sky. Remember Me. Oh, that's kind of an old one. Enslaved. Vintage Story and Shadow of War. Shadow of War is basically like Batman, right? It's like Arkham Knight in the world of Middle Earth. Hello. Let's reload this. We'll dump this. Reload. Nobody's really made that Nemesis system yet. Still. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool tech, and then nobody's copied it. It takes a while for other people to pick up on when there's something really innovative like that, though. It can take a while for the copycats to come around. Now, sword is broken. Oh, no, that's not it. Ability sword. Sword. Let's open up Squire. Jobs. Squire. Squire. And sword. Alright, we've picked sword. Type is not set, neither is name. Now if we do that, it is set. Thought for sure this using int would act as an override. Because I can't do this. No, it doesn't like that. Well, let's do it on ready and see what happens. Dump that. Reload sword. Sword! No. Oh, it's not a tool. That's the problem. That is the problem. So if we were doing this programmatically, it would be fine. There we go. And physical is 0. There we go. All right, so that's how we'll override parent variables. We'll use the int, the init, sorry, the initializer. Although, okay. So, now, in theory, let's go back to attack. Back to attack. Back to reality. So we're going to go get some damage. Get a little damage. I want some damage. Var damage equals 0. Damage equals ability dot get damage. And this is where we have to give it ourself, because we can't look at the parent because we are a resource. So we give it the character that we're going to calculate the damage from. So, all right. So now we have a hit percent and a damage. Now let's just see if this actually does anything. I like turtles. Turtles. Let me check up on my wife, make sure everything's okay. Oh, they patented it? Go figure. They knew they had something. Hate to be the guy that wrote that and know that happened. Then you get laid off in like 3 weeks. Wow, it was in a Humble Bundle with a bunch of other games for $10. Wow, not bad. Da 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 da. Okay, let's try this attack. Oh, we still need to. We're almost there. This is why we need to have a battle system now, because I'm really hacking this together. It's a big sign though, the way that I'm doing it. My instincts are like, yeah, you need to have something to manage this. This is untenable. It's untenable. So normally I would be grabbing the ability from here. So maybe I can make an array of available abilities based off of what my class is. And then this would be just a list of them. Possibly. I don't know if it's possible to do something like that on an export. Mayhaps I can do that. But for now, I can't. So for now, I'm going to hard code just the first result in our current job's abilities. So that would look like character current job abilities, and then we'll just get the first one. Let's see. We're going to attack Taco. Oh, we're in a loop, an infinite loop. Invalid get is weapon. And why are we continuously firing? I don't know. Forever are we firing. Okay, so this is good though. Oh, okay. I think I know why. But let's find... We got a ton of... We're still firing. Stop, stop, stop. Go to our output. Yeah. We're going to ignore all that. Wow. On and on and on. Get weapon. Three, 6, 7. Weapon power. Presumption being when... So we need a weapon. My God, I have to build everything. Well, okay, this is good though. It's good. I have to build it all. Well, this isn't going to work. Using a dictionary for this will not work. Because... because Because of the wonderful things she does. Have any of you guys ever read the Wizard of Oz? Like, well, they're not all called Wizard of Oz, but the Oz books. I've read about 5 of them. And let me tell you. The first one's really nice. It's really beautiful. The second one's actually really, really beautiful too. And I kind of wonder why it, especially given modern times, like why it hasn't maybe sort of been rediscovered, I guess. Yeah. So the first one's A Wonderful Wizard of Oz. And then the second one is Ozma of Oz, I believe. And that one has like a twist I was not expecting at all. I thought it in the back of my head, but I'm like, nah, this was written in like 1913. I'm like, that wouldn't be the twist. And then it was, and I was like, holy crap, wow, this is actually really ahead of its time. Hey, Alfonso. Thanks. I gotta keep rolling. So plural of equipment. Any is there a way for me to even look that up? Is that a thing? What's the terminology of that? Plural lookup dictionary. Plurals, free dictionary. Here we go. We're going to search for equipment. What is the plural of equipment? Equipment. Okay. Oh, that doesn't help me. No. It's going good. It's going good. I mean, it's just slowly trudging along. I'm just having to make all the connections, basically. This is basically reverse engineering. That's why I keep saying I'm making the game backwards. Because, like, if I was creating these by scratch, I would know the order to do this in. And instead it's like, I think I need this, and then I have that, and it's like, oh, that's right, now I'll need this, and so on. So it's just... Huh. Right, game over. I started with game over first. So I need to... I guess I could call it equipments. Equipment. What do they call it in... Let's just look in... They call it weapons. Weapons, armor, accessories. Okay, that's... That I would call... equipment. Or gear. what do we call? I mean, I could call it wearing. Equipped. Equipped would work. All right, we'll do equipped. And I guess we'll put it inside of resource. Equipped. Create. So now we've got an equipped resource. And what we're going to do is what we had as this dictionary here. We're going to go and say it needs to be like this. And then we'll just be very, I mean, this doesn't need to be, it's not rocket science. Left hand, right hand. But yeah, Ozma of Oz, the story of Ozma of Oz is, I don't remember the boy's name, but it's about a boy who lives in a completely different part of Oz than what the story of Wizard of Oz takes place in. And he's got basically like a wicked mother who doesn't love him. And he's kind of a practical jokester. And he tricks her with this like jack-o'-lantern headed figure. And so she makes him come alive, if I remember. And then he's like on the run. And he's going to Oz. Shenanigans happen. And they're finding out about Ozma, who is this missing princess. And she's basically the story progresses. I'm totally going to spoil the book. But by the end of the book, it's revealed that he's Ozma. That in order to protect him, Oz changed him into a boy and like put him in this other area or whatever to hide him. And so at the end of the book, he changes back into a girl. But it's a nice little story. And then it goes back to Dorothy in this third book. If I remember correctly, it's the third book. And she's on a ship with her uncle and gets thrown overboard with Chicken and Toto. I believe Toto's with her. Maybe not. I think it's maybe just her and the chicken. And they land on this shore, and suddenly the chicken can talk because they're on Oz again. And or maybe it's not Oz; it's a different place. And they go to Oz, something to that effect. And the chicken's name is Billina. I remember that. And that has very clearly the author is interjecting his fear of the automobile when that book was written on these characters that race around on wheels on their feet. And I don't know if any of you have seen Return to Oz, but those characters are recreated in that movie. And Billina is in that movie as well. But when you read it, you realize that he's using them as like a metaphor for what he thinks about the automobile. But yeah, Return to Oz is a good movie. Totally nothing like the book. But yeah, as a movie, it works really well. Surprisingly terrifying. But also like a really legitimately good movie. And the Pumpkinhead guy is in that as well. And Ozma. And then in the fourth book, I can't quite remember. There's like an epic battle, and they go underground. That's actually in Return to Oz. Yeah, there's this crazy battle. And then we started reading the fifth book, and the fifth book is like actually really scary. And my daughter didn't like it. It scared her, so we had to stop reading it. All right, so Export, and this is going to be a resource. Left-hand resource. Resource. These are all going to point to equipment. Var. Oops. No. Trying to be fast, and it ends up taking longer than... Oh, of course. You know what? Screw you too, VS Code. Okay. So that's really it. So this will be class name A equipped. Get equipped. You guys ever play Mega Man? Equipped. Okay, so now if we go, I think we might have to close and reopen in order for this to all populate. Character is now broken. So something I've done has broken something. Line 18. Line 26. Line 26. 276. I can read. For each part and equipment. So this whole thing is busted now. And the parts are now explicit. Uh-oh. So really this data can come from we can get this data from this equipped resource. The music in Return to Oz is also very good. That was it directed by Frank Oz? No, that would be too on the nail. Was it? Who Return to Oz? Who directed that? Was this girl in... Did she later was on Buffy? Walter Murch. No, she was like in something else. Now we're going down the rabbit hole. She was in The Craft. Okay. Well, what did he do? Because he did other things, right? Or was this like his shot and just didn't do well? Walter Murch. The English Patient. Oh, man, he's been in some sound. So he was in sound a lot. Director, only 2 credits. The Clone Wars, 1 episode. That's interesting. So he's really known for his sound more than anything. Anyways. So we could export a variable here called, no, it won't be an export. It'll just be a value we can grab. Var mod HP, and it'll have a setter or getter. And it'll return an integer. And so this will look like totally different now. This will say equip, equipped, mod HP. Then we can get rid of all this. And then for this, we'll say for each part, mod equals piece HP. So this is really straightforward. We just go for each piece. So it'd be if left hand equip piece H left hand HP if it has any. And then we do that for the rest of them. Left hand, right hand. So many. Head, body, and accessory. There's probably a better way to do this that I'm not really equipped to think of off the top of my head right now. I'm still not feeling good. Not sick, just not in the mood. But you got to keep your head down. You got to keep going. Never give up. Never surrender. And then we return. Lastly, equipment mod. Okay. I suppose I could just have all of these values I don't know. I don't know yet. Okay. Now let's see if this is fixed. No, we gotta go. There's gonna be a ton of stuff in character we gotta rip out now. Oh goodness. 276, let's go back there. That was the first one. For each part and equipment. For the job piece. So this is when we set a job. We wipe out the pieces. Only if they're not supported by a job. So really we could have a call in here. And then we can do a check through each of the pieces of equipment and see if the job is supported. And null them out if we need to. So for now, we're just going to rip that out. Sound good? And then we'll do equipped mod MP, which we don't have just yet. but it's going to be real straightforward. This will look like the same thing here. This is where Obsidian's stuff with doing custom getters and setters and stuff might be, because I feel like doing this for each section of the body is a little much. But really this code is just gonna sit here. All right. This feels right. Feels good. Same thing. We'll rip it out. Equipped. Mod SP. And do the same thing. We're just building data, baby. This is all that we're doing. Okay. So mod SP is in place. It's nice because the way that we do this, when we change these things, everything breaks real easy. I know that doesn't sound good, but it actually is really nice. So there's a move. So let's close out all this stuff. And let's look at our equipment itself. So there is a move. Get mod move. There has got to be a better way. I just don't know how to dynamically assign getting the value of a variable, if that makes any sense. Because then I would only have to write this once. But I don't know how to, like, give the name of a variable. Oh, wait a minute. I think I do, actually. Because, yeah, then I can only have to write this once. I think on object... get... Can we get property? There's get property list. Oh, just plain old get. Here we go. Returns the variant value of the given property. If the property doesn't exist, then it'll return null. Ah! Ha! Var name in object. Let me see. Var name. Can you do it in quotes? You mean like this? Nah. I think just get. Var name is a string with the name of the variable. No. Var name. It's in object? I'm here in object. if var name is a string, if var name in object do something. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, so I can use that in combination with get. So then I can initially do all right, so let me write out this loop because this is the loop. So all these getters will stay here, but they're going to get, like, having all this code is going to disappear, and we'll have a base function that we do this on. So function get mod string name variable name string, and it's going to return an int. And then we'll say if so if HP in object return object HP. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is dynamically so in this case what I'm saying is get variable name. And what we need to be careful of, yes, variable. Ignore that. Okay. So the thing that I need to do, though, besides this, is I need to make sure that it's not null. So we got to do that first. So what we do is if left hand and we have a variable, then we add that to our mod. If variable name in object return object variable name. Okay. But this way, I believe I can simply go, let me show you here in a second. And now I can say get mod variable name. So return get mod HP. And MP and SP and move. Get a variable name is a string, so we don't want to put it in quotes. So oh. It's still long-handed, but whatever works for you. So in your example, you would say if variable name and object return object variable name. So if variable name and object. But it would bomb because there's a potential that these will be null values. So there's a potential that there'll be null value. So I feel safer doing it this way. Yeah. Okay. So that's how we're going to keep it. That's what the in is for. In object. So if that object, if the variable is null, in returns false. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll do your way. We'll do it your way. Fine. F it. We'll do it live. So if variable name in left hand, then this, and in right hand, then this, and in head, then this. I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like your way. I didn't know that's how it worked. I thought it would bomb out if the object was null. Well, but the variable, so it's just checking. But if it's not an object altogether, I wonder. Well, we'll see. I mean, it's going to bomb out on me if it doesn't work. So, all right. So let's close and reopen this and see what else is broken on character now. Still. So let's clear out this. Open it up. Still got some broken stuff. 311. That's my 311. Yep. Is in fact an int. This is true. Right. I got to show you guys this. Let me open up Paint. This is the only way I can easily share things that I know how. There's my boy. My daughter's at gymnastics right now. And he's crashed out. He doesn't sleep like this ever. So it's like a miracle. Ah. All right, so this will be equipped mod move. Probably going to rename all this. And then equipped mod jump. Everything's going where it belongs. Slowly. It's funny. I'm like, I'm going to make the attack stuff is for sure going to happen today, guys. And it's like, oh, no, actually. For sure going to happen today. Look at this. Some reusable code. In theory. Okay. Now, this whole thing, it feels like it should be in here now. Okay, let's close, clear, reopen. 3:15. All right, so okay, so weapon we're using as a metaphor for uh basically because you can have two things in your left and your right hands. So for now, we're turning into a singular thing with get weapon, but accessory. So basically, we can rip this out, and anywhere we were using accessory evasion, this can be refactored to say self dot equipped accessory dot evasion. Problem with this is we might not have an accessory equipped. We could have an accessory that we call none. It doesn't seem like a good solution. I don't know. Okay. So if we have an accessory equipped, accessory, we just throw it into a variable called accessory evasion. We'll do the same thing with shield evasion. So we don't need any of this crap. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. And we'll do the same thing where we go blop. And plop it in here. And we'll say help if I spelled shield right. And then this will be shield.evasion. Okay. And this should be if equipped shield. Shield evasion equals equipped shield evasion. And then we get rid of self on these. And we should be good. Let's just double check that shield evasion didn't exist anywhere else. And it didn't. Okay. Lots of refactoring. Let's close and reopen again. Clear out our errors. And still got some errors. 288. Let's see. Now this is happening because we have some characters in the scene that don't have let's see, mod equipped mod HP. Do we set it as 0 to start? We do. Base nil. So something's going wrong here. Let's see. Print variable name. Clear, close, and open it. Nothing. Let's reload. Sometimes no. Is it because we had a space? 288, 292. Might be that space. I don't know. Invalid get index, though. HP on 288. That's really weird, though. HP isn't on 288. But, you know what? It's probably because I cleared it out. Let me reopen. Yeah, now it's on 284. Equipped mod. It's got to be because one of our characters... This isn't firing. Oh, you know what? It's not a tool. Gotta remember when we do this. Okay, that didn't do it either. Let's try reloading. All right, Alfonso. I'm so sorry. My streams are boring right now. Let's see. Still not firing. On base nil. But we know that this is not firing. So what's wrong? Mod HP. Let's check Oh, I got it. I know why. And it explains why it's happening. Equipped, we need to have equipped on these characters here. So these should be, I should get these set up so that they're ready to go, like, out of the box. Okay. There we go. So now we're firing. And we're getting some new errors. That's good. So let's figure out what these new errors are about. Yeah. That's what it was. It's so funny. It's literally like it's like Obsidian's. It's like he's an echo of my inner monologue. Left hand is null. Yeah, I know. It could potentially be null. But that's let's see. Let's go to. So equipped here is empty. So let's make that equipped. Yeah, so these could be empty. So we're going to have to maybe change our checks. Reopen this. Clear. All right. All right. So now we got an error on equipped line 42. Invalid operand string and nil in operator. So yeah, I mean that's essentially what I had. Remember? It's just that I was using this instead. It was like this. So, we'll go back to that. That's why I was asking you, would it matter if it didn't exist? I don't think we understood each other. Because I knew that there's a potential that it could not be an object, in that it didn't even exist. So, okay, so we'll do that. And let's reopen and see if that clears that out. It does! Okay. So now... But the base object. Yeah. That's why I had that check in there. Okay, so... Because, yeah, I mean, I'd rather it just not be anything if nothing's equipped. Like, it's just not going to have a resource attached to it. So here's a question. We should always, on any creation of any character, this resource we should populate. We know what it's going to be. Because it's just a lookup, really. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the code samples you did give me had that in that structure, but it doesn't matter. There's no blame to be. We're not passing blame. Let's not think that way. All right, so. Don't worry. It's all in your head. Don't worry. So, all right. So let's just do that. At the start of the creation of any character, let's just say equipped. We're just gonna give it this. So we'll do a preload. So we'll use a const for equipped, and it'll look like preload of our this copy path, and we'll go like this, and then we'll just say equipped equals equipped instance. And that should, hopefully when we create a new character, we can just try it right here. We'll just add a character. Well, see, I don't trust that everything's going to load in the system right initially. So, okay, so if we create a new character in the resource, we should have, no, we didn't. All right, 99, non-existent function instance. So it's not instance. It must just be new. So we'll clear this out again. We won't save. And clear. Can we do it that way? Can we do it with the class name? Have you heard about this? So we could just go, and we could say equipped. Have you heard about this? Did we is this thing? All right, let's try that. New character, go in, and equipped is automatically plopped in. That's great. Assuming equipped doesn't reference the class referencing equipped. Yeah, well, I have to call it, I'm calling it a equipped because I like when they're, since it's a custom resource, I like mine to show up in here because for some damn reason you can't filter by your own custom resources from this list. That's that B cannot reference B if B is also references A. If equipped doesn't reference the class referencing equipped. Oh, so like if a yeah. I gotcha. I think I'm understanding that. All right, so now for sure we're gonna have these what I'm calling a lookup table, but it's a little bit more than that. So good. Okay, so let's goody. How about you take the pictures and I choose the headline? Sound good? Goody. Oh, God. That guy's so good. Ooh. And it sucks because we're going to have to do the same thing with abilities. Since you can't, I think you can do this in 4, but in 3 you can't specify types in a dictionary. You can't specify value types. As far as I know. At least not without doing all kinds of other stuff. Okay. What we're trying to do attacking. Let's just see what happens now. We're going to attack Taco. Hey, we're finally getting an error. This is good. Line 119. Yeah, this is where we want to be. Invalid index shield. Do I not? Is that not? Oh. I don't have a, right. Okay, there won't be. Because we do need to set up a shield here. Resource. Set. Get shield. Because, see, we might have a shield on one of our hands. So let me go like this. And then basically we're going to copy this. Shield. And then we have the is shield on the equipment. Yes, using this getter, which I know makes Obsidian's eye twitch every time you see it. This whole thing is just making Obsidian's eyes twitch. This is like, oops, wrong thing. All right, and taco. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're getting some errors. This is good. And I knew this is how it was going to be because I knew, you know, you write a bunch of code and you can't really run it yet. It can tell you the syntax is right, but when you're trying to execute it in like actually execute the code, not just know that it's syntactically good. This you gotta be able to do that in order to have, you know, errors and actually troubleshoot things. All right, so we'll go over to sword. That's a subclass of ability. So that's really the only thing out of all of this stuff that we're building is that we're going to subclass. Jobs are actually not going to be subclass. Jobs are just going to have a list of abilities. But the abilities themselves are the only thing we really need to subclass out of this whole system. And we don't even need to do that. We don't even need to subclass weapons because of how everything works. So what are we mad about? It would be this line here. It makes sense. Invalid index weapon on based. Right, because character doesn't have weapon anymore. So we would go if character equipped is equipped. Is it 2 P's? Or is it 1 P? It's 2 P's. Uh-oh. Time for a mass rename. Let's go up here. And how do we do a big find? Type to search. Not almost found. Oh my gosh! Even the name of the file is wrong. Oh, this is embarrassing. What a classic blunder. Typical Schultz move. Ladies and gentlemen. Edits. Find. No, we don't want to find in here. We want to find in all of here and replace in all of here. Can we? Find in folder. Okay, well then can I find in here at the top? Hello? This isn't rocket science. Find in files. Here we go. Okay, equipped. So for now, I'll do it in the files. We're going to have to rename that other file here later. Equipped, we're going to replace with equipped. So here's a problem. It's not case sensitive. So we're going to go like this. And okay. Replace. Now I probably broke something. I don't know though. Now this is gonna freak out. Yep. Reload. And you know what? We might as well rename this. Just break it now. Because if we don't do it now, it's gonna hurt us more later. I'm sure more is broken. But we shall see. Is it really 2 P's? Is that really 2 P's? It just doesn't seem right with 2 P's. Is it a past tense of It is a thing we do, and it is a tense. Yeah, it's 2 Ps. Weird. It just doesn't look right to me with 2 Ps. All right. So one thing for sure out of tactics that I'm going to be getting rid of is the Zodiac system. The Zodiac system really should have just been replaced with some sort of really simplistic paper, rock, scissors mechanic. Because that's essentially all the Zodiac is. There's some that you pair well with, there's some that you pair badly against, and there's neutral, right? So, but the way that they present it in the game is these crazy symbols, and there's 12 of them, and you got to know what, and it's just like, it's nonsense. It's so hard to figure. It's so hard to keep track of that. It should have just been some simple rock, paper, scissors mechanic, which is, again, essentially is all it is. But, yeah. So if character equipped, return physical attack times the weapon power. Although it should be safe to assume that that would be you have to have a sword equipped. But I imagine the character could go out without it, but then they wouldn't. I don't know. Well, we'll just let's just. I don't want to. So if character equipped sword. I mean, do we even? Let's go over to equipped. Let's open it up. Shield. Weapon. Okay, so it's not if we have equipped weapon. So it would really just be like this. Character equipped weapon power. Okay, let's try again. Now this could very easily be broken because of our rename here. Yeah. And this is broken on characters equipped. GD2 characters. Oh, it made what the fudge? We're gonna get rid of this. Let's reload the project. I think it might be mad about that. That's why when you don't rename in the editor, in the Godot editor, bad things can happen to good code. Why is it back? Ah! He won't leave me alone! Why? Ha! Re. It won't leave me alone. Files being removed required by other resources in order for them to work. Right, because, okay. Cannot remove equipped. So, is it... How do we know that... Okay. I get it, bros. It's because of this stuff. Squire resource. Let's, equipped. Okay, we're back in business here. Now I don't have permissions. Cannot remove. Oh my goodness. She's broken, Jim. And abilities. Jobs, current job. Equipped. This one. No. Jobs, unable to. Oh my god, everything's broken. Reload. So Open anyways. Where's the dependency coming from? Let's run the code again. Invalid index mod on base resource. Get HP. Why does it just keep firing? Did equipped here get renamed? It didn't. What? It's like it put everything back. Reopen battle system. Man, you try to rename one variable. And let's look at B. No results found. Okay, how do I go back to out of this find? There we go. So many modified files now. This is insane. If I run again. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're okay. Hey, okay. I just want to make sure. Let's reload the project again. So, last thing I want to do is have a broken project. Okay, no errors now. I think we're okay. Let's go check. Characters. Equipped is spelled correctly. Okay. We're in business. So. Let's try this again. Attack taco. Invalid index power on base null. Right. Okay. So that's. So we can't get because we don't have a weapon attached. So. So we do need to check. We'll do a check. So if we have a weapon. Otherwise, what do we return? What damage do we return? I guess it would be 0. Var weapon power integer 0. Weapon power equals characters equipped weapon power. So that'll ensure that we return 0 if it happens to be nothing. Okay, so sure. Let's try it again. Attack taco. Blah. 155. All right, this is good. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Ah, see, XP, success. All right, we're manually setting success. We should have a printout of hit percent 1, damage 0. How did we get 1? Target, hit percent physical. 1. Current job, physical evasion. Shield evasion and accessory evasion. And base hits. What is base hit? Let's check. So if we were attacking Taco, what is Taco's base hit? What the hell is base hit? Oh, it's a number. Okay, that's right. We're attacking from front. Somehow we get the number 1? That makes no sense. Shield evasion, accessory evasion. -100. So 100 times, if we have no modifiers, it would be 100 times 100 times 100 times 100 divided by this big number here, which is power of 8, 10 to the 8. So we shouldn't, it should look like 100. That actually makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. But to the 8th. Okay, so 10 to the, oh no, it's square root. How do you do powers in here? Well, 10 times 4. Let's do that. 40. No, that's not it. Let's see. Let's see. Right. So really it is 100 times, let's just say it's 100 times, come on, clear. 100 times 100 times 100 times 100 equals that really big number. Is that the same as 10 to the 8th? It is. So it would equal 1. Okay. So it does equal 1 because we have no mods. We have no mods right now. Okay. All right. So what does that mean? Let's go back to the manual. Hit power. Hit percent. Let's see. So they're calling it hit with the percent. Invasion. Hello? Uh-oh. Why can't I go anywhere? Ruh-roh. Let's reopen Obsidian. All right. Is anybody watching me right now? Who are you sickos? What is wrong with you people? You take enjoyment out of my suffering? What? Obsidian, what's going on, Obsidian? Not you, this Obsidian. Hey, there it is. All right. So we'll look up hit percent again. I wonder why it was all wonky. All right, there we go. Open the files, man. What? Why can't I open any files? Obsidian says it's downloading stuff from iCloud. I'm gonna have to look at your thing, Obsidian, because I don't. This is complicated because I'm talking about two different Obsidians. Chat Obsidian BLK. Bacon, lettuce, and carrots. Carrots with a K. It's the insane clown posse carrots. Yeah, because this syncing with iCloud ain't it. This is causing some issues. iCloud on PC is crap. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Go back to iCloud. I'm pretty sure I have Obsidian set to always sync. It's acting like it's syncing something. In Final Fantasy Tactics. In stats. It's like making duplicate copies of things. Why? I've got like 100 workspace copies in here. It's broken. It's broken, Jim. How about we just get rid of this? I'm going to trash this. We'll close Obsidian. I'm going to try and clean up these files. I'm using iCloud because I try to use Obsidian on my phone without paying them. So that's the most recently updated file. So we're going to just delete these guys. And then hopefully these will sync. Please. Please sync. Please clap. Uploading 11 items. Why so slow? All right, well, I was going to look in Obsidian. Well, I mean, here's the beauty of Obsidian is they are just local docs on my computer. So in theory, I could search locally and just open them. But I really just wanted to go. Here we go. Okay. Now it doesn't hate me. All right. Let's read the docs on evasion real quick. When you attack a unit, well, first. Okay. When you attack a unit, it has a chance to dodge your attack with 4 parameters. You know what? Let me clean this up really quick. I'm getting totally distracted. It's class evasion. It's shield evasion. It's accessory evasion. It's weapon evasion. If it has a reaction ability called Weapon Guard for that last one. There are separate categories for physical shield attack and class evasion and magical shield and attack evade. Note that there's no magical class evasion. Weapon evasion only works on physical attacks for the purpose of those equations. Okay. Physical attack evasion depends on the attacker's position relative to the target. These equations will produce a percentage from 0 to 100. 10 to the 8th means 10 raised to the 8th power. Power! 10 to the 6th means 10 to the raised to the 6th power. From the front. Base hit times these mods. Okay, so all right, so we need to get current job physical. There's separate categories for physical and magical evade. Okay. Let's check let's go back. Shield evade. That's based on gear. Okay. The above equations were designed with the constraints of Final Fantasy Tactics math system in mind. Since we are capable of integer division, may easier to remove the final division by the large power of 10 to think of each factor of 10 to the minus of the evasion as an equivalent of 1 minus the evasion divided by 100 in decimal form. The result will come out to the same as long as you truncate the decimal left after final multiplication. Oh! Okay. Okay. God, I'm such an idiot. I think I'm getting this. The hit percent is 1. We're doing an attack on the front. There's no modifications to our enemy based on their gear or anything. We are guaranteed to hit. That's what that is. I'm a dummy. Okay. Okay. All right. I feel so stupid. But we still need to do... Okay, so we still got to do a rand on it. So random number generator. We would still run a random, but it's guaranteed. So, but how do we take a percent and run some probability of it, as that's the probability that a roll, so to speak, on that is success or fail. So Boolean, true or false, based on a number. Pseudo integer from 1 and 2. So is this it? Will we do Randy range? Let's see. Go GD script online. So we need to create a random number generator. We'll go like this, and we'll allow RNG. So print. My S key is messed up. RNG Randy range. The name's Randy. Randy range. From 2. So if we were to say Randy range, and then this would be our generated number 2, run parser syntax error. Var random jump number generator new. Is it because we don't? What's wrong? Invalid syntax. We have a 1. So let's say this was 0.5 run. We can't do that. We got to do a float. Okay, let's go over to. Let's go float. Randy F range float. Float. So F. All right. Have a good one. Oh, we got to randomize this bad boy. RNG randomize. Run. All right, so now we're getting any in between the range. So it's never lower than that number. So if we went between 0 and 1, and then we said whatever number we end up with, our hit percent, which percent isn't a good word for it. It is percent. So we're going to generate this between 0 and 1. This is going to be what we have to be greater than. All right, we got it. Var. I don't know what to call this. Attack percent. We'll call it 2 hit. And then we say if hit percent is greater than or equal to then success equals true. Otherwise success is false. Here, success equals true. So we roll, we see if we hit, and if we hit, which in this case, direct attack, unless they have some sort of physical evasion stuff, is guaranteed hit. Makes sense. And this whole thing hit percent is being decided here. So this needs to happen down here. And then we can calculate damage, which is not working right now. Get damage. Ability dot get damage self. Get damage self. Character weapon. Character's physical attack times weapon power. Get PA. Are we even calculating physical attack? We are. Current job multiplier. I guess we should export these so we can see them. We're getting there, guys. We're getting so close to actually having something hit. The funny thing is once I get this going, I can already tell I need to write a battle system. Okay, so we're exporting PA. But I don't see it. In here. Let's reload the project. Maybe some of these changes are... There's PA. So we're not showing any physical attack power. So, and we can't change the value because it's a getter. So what is going on with that? Get PA is firing. Current job. And then there's PA raw, which we for sure. Oh, we don't have any. Oh, okay. Let's change ourselves over to back from male to female. Rio over there. Now we have a physical attack power. Okay. Now we have a physical attack power of 4. So let's try attacking again. We're getting there, guys. We're going to attack Taco. Invalid index. Line 160. Whew. That's further down, I can tell. Yes, we're getting there. All right, let's look at our output. Damage is 0. Okay, so let's go over to sword. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, we're getting there. Print character PA. And we'll reload. We're getting so close. 4. Weapon power. Okay, so that's the ability. We get the weapon power from a sword. But what we don't have is... Okay. Yes, we're so close. So close. Equipped. We don't have a sword equipped. So we need to create a sword. Let's do it. We'll go over to equipment. Oh my gosh, we're so close. Ah. Whew. Good gravy. So now we need to make a sword. Okay, so sword. Let's go over here and look up the word sword. Sword. These are basic attacks. Battle skill. Magic, holy magic, basic skill. Basic commands. These are skills. Attack. Sword. So this isn't going to have... These are commands. These are not going to have... I'm not going to have any... Here we go. Weapons. Nice. Yes. So basically, if I go and I'm gonna rip this out. Weapons. B1. You sunk my battleship. Okay. Save the original guide. Go back to our folders here. And Appendix C. Remove the appendix. This is Appendix B. No. We didn't want to make a file. Appendix B. And then put this in here. And then really quickly, let's go back up here. We're just going to cheat and put this like, oops. Ah, lost it. Drat. There we go. Now, here's all our weapons. Swords. So we'll give ourselves a broadsword. We'll create a broadsword, okay? And this will be B1 weapons. Which we'll put in here like that, and then we're going to put this inside the appendix B. Okay. Now I need to end the stream here in a little bit. So bye everybody. Now I'm almost done here, but yeah. So I mean, when I get back on the next stream, we're gonna make a weapon. We're gonna put a weapon in the game, and then we'll have an attack power. We'll have a damage, and then we'll apply that damage to the other character. We'll get some XP. We'll give some JP to ourselves and to our party members. Holy smokes, guys. That's the cycle right there. So then it's just a matter of building the combat system itself. This is just like a test, right? So we rip all this out of the character resource, and then we put this into the battle system, I guess is what we'll call it. And that'll handle all the conditional stuff, and we'll keep the character data where it needs to be, and then talk to it as we need to. Man, wow. Well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you have a good night. Much love. All that stuff. Yeah. See you guys around. Peace.